Blasphemy.
Mozzarella cheese is almost the same thing as making tofu. The only thing difference is
Italian,
just
Italian tofu.
God damn. Wait, what?
It's Italian tofu, bro.
God. I feel like as soon as we upload this video, we're about to get fucking lynched by an Italian mob. Yeah. All right, welcome to another night for Hot or Trash recording here.
Oh, why are we even here, bro?
Oh, fuck
Why'd you bring me here?
I hate you both.
You're not answering my question.
I refuse to answer your question. But yeah, tonight we're just gonna be a little bit chill too. Loy was supposed to be on too, but he had a family emergency, so this will be a recording. Hopefully things are going well for him, but that's all I can wish for him right now for the short notice that he kind of gave me. So regardless, no. Firstly,
I'm kidding.
Shut up.
I'm kidding. Let me step back. I'm kidding.
Let me step forward. I'm not.
Shut up, Victor. You are the worst. Actually, not the worst. You are the biggest instigator known in our friend
You
group.
are the worst.
Let's believe it.
God, I hate it. But speaking of, we're gonna be instigating shit about food trends. We're doing this shit again because we're seeing some really funny shit happening right now too. I think what was it? The last time we did it too was whenever I think we were talking about like how matcha became like ubiquitous in literally everything that we know now too. It's like being sold in fucking Walmart now.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could buy like a bunch of matcha kits, like matcha tea kits. I've made some of it before too. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's. I'd say I don't think it's necessarily too bad, in my general opinion about it. But I can honestly see the way how a lot of people feel too. That like I've mentioned it before too. The more like matcha it becomes like overly demanded across like everywhere too, it strains like the Japanese supply market too, because there's only so many plantations that actually grow the specific sencha matcha breed.
Yeah,
well,
I feel like
the other problem is that a lot of what people call matcha could just be green tea.
True.
Yeah,
that's definitely a thing.
Like sorry, go for it.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like personally, matcha is one of those overhyped things, and then I was gonna also say that not being able to keep up with demand is almost a good problem.
In some ways, yes, and I find it funny enough to all like the fucking memes that come about it too. To like, if you see a guy that orders like a matcha latte drink, we call him the performative male person. I was like,
oh
Jesus. I'm like, man, that's a awful insult to that person, but I understand where you guys are coming from when you make these types of statements.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like one is not indicative, but like there's a series of things that they do that lead up to like reading a book.
Oh, like a self-help book.
Like reading I read books in public, but like it's part of like the reading books, having the matcha drink. I think it has something to do with what they're wearing. It's like everything together creates the performative man. And it just sucks that if you're not a performative man and you do all those things, you get called out.
God, that's why too. I make sure the book that I'm reading too is like Hustlers magazines or some Hooters shit.
The books I read in public are things that I feel like people would look at me and think I'm being performative.
What are they? A lot of self-help books?
No, I'll read the one that I've been reading right now. It's Mathematics of Classical and Quantum Physics by Frederick Byron and Robert Fuller. It's basically a graduate level mathematics book to supplement.
If you want my honest opinion, you are far from that too, because a lot of the times whenever people are calling out performative male, they even become very specific on what type of book it has to be too.
And I thought it was just a book.
No. There's like very specific layers to that too, where it's like it's like any book is fine too. Someone could literally have like a fiction book, and that's whatever too. What it counts it over that is straight up, are they reading a bunch of self-help books or like financial guru books? Those are like the performative male stuff.
Yeah, that was me at one point.
I almost picked up a financial statistics book.
Okay, well, I was trying to save you both from that, but you know what? Fuck. Actually,
It's
Hey,
hold
not
on.
look.
my fault that people
Oh,
aren't
Jay.
generally interested in that.
I mean, you say save me, but I don't need saving. I do what I
I
know.
embrace my performativeness.
I mean, what's
Good.
yeah, I don't understand, man. What's bad about it? Like you're
Uh,
just trying to be better, you know?
well,
Like what's so bad about that? I
Really,
mean, if
it's
you
not.
want to be just a
it's
bunch of mindless fucks, up to y'all.
it's like me knowing you. I know that you're not that either too, but a lot of it is straight up like people that just honestly wear it to just make their image look different for
No,
those
it's
that are
because
viewing
their
them.
idea is they're
Yeah,
just trying to pick up a woman in public,
exactly.
which
That's
they
all
don't
it really
realize
is.
how antisocial American people are. So you're kind of performing to avoid.
Yeah, kind of. But we'll have like another topic video for that another time for that one. But going back into this too, where it's like matcha itself is so ubiquitous in now American culture and it's everywhere else. And nowadays too, a lot of people can't really tell the difference too if the matcha itself that they're drinking comes from Japan or actually it's a product from China. No one really fucking can tell the difference, but who cares right now too? If there's someone that can meet the demand and they can sell you a like product that matches what you're constantly drinking, which to everybody here, stop putting a fuckload of sugar in there. God damn.
We're Americans. We like sugar.
Because
Stop,
the only
you non-American.
God, the only thing in my eyes, dude, that goes into matcha when it comes to sweetener is just honey, and you don't even need to add a lot of it. God damn it!
Honey, un-American
Yes,
of you.
fuck off. So, mind you, I think if anybody remembers it too, the only reason I also feel like it also got exacerbated a lot too was probably from like a French food analyst that posted a page on an article too, where he was going to be predicting what is going to be the flavor of the year too. And he did predict in this case matcha was going to be there, and next thing you know, it blows up. The most recent article take was
You ever
that
thought that
ube.
maybe it was there because he said so?
I guess I don't. For all we know, too, it's everything is usually coincidences, regardless. But he did say this particular food critic recently just said to no, not recently. It was a while back, saying that ube was going to be the next flavor of the year. And next thing you know, holy fuck, ube is literally in every fucking store I go to now.
Yep.
So
Yes, sir. It is.
so I will say like it shouldn't be that bad because usually ube is like a very much a Asian like flavored stuff too. How bad could it possibly be? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now in Starbucks, and then we now have trashy white girls or California girls that are pronouncing ube as oob.
Well,
Oob?
you say it's an
Yes,
Asian thing, but
It's definitely
matcha's the same
Philippine.
thing.
Isn't it? Well, okay.
I I would
I'll
say
shut up.
before
Go ahead.
I would say beforehand too. Like it was only ever seen a lot of during the Asian, like a lot of Asian stores too. It wasn't until like a lot more people started embracing the idea of like trying to adopt a lot of like the Asian culture stuff too, and a lot of like our food practices too. We'll talk a little bit about that too, but um, I say it's an Asian centric thing too because even when I've learned about ube too, I didn't really know much about it too. All I know from the very get go is that it's a very Filipino style recipe, and it's very specific to not really for like the drinks and the dessert buns that we see about it as well. It's mostly for their own cultural desserts too. Usually, I think it was a ube sago. I think that was another big one. Um, yeah, it's mostly a lot of people didn't really pick too much up about it just because it was also ube itself comes from a root, and
Yeah.
not a lot of people would look at that and be like, is this thing like a potato kind of? It was like,
Well, it's a purple
Hmm.
sweet potato, right?
yeah, uh, more close to yams, but yes.
Okay. I don't know the difference.
Then technically, a yam and potato are almost the same thing in my eyes, anyway. So that part does not matter. What matters right now too is the fact that it's now like just straight up everywhere too, because there was already like a kind of purple looking drink that lots of people were aware of already here in North America, which is either like lavender based drinks or dragon fruit stuff. But dragon fruit is more like a hot pink purple kind of color.
Yeah, it's like a really bright color. It's not like a purple like an ube or a lavender.
Yeah. But yeah,
It's
the
more like
most
a red.
yeah.
or at
That-
least it's more attributed to red because of obviously the skin.
yeah.
I imagine the juice itself is not red.
And let me also get this straight away too, so that I not feeling like to that I'm just hating on the fact that like it's ube and like things that aren't like traditionally part of it. I'm okay with like embracing like food ingredient ideas that are trying to reintroduce and trying to like make something new out of it too. Hell,
I'm
that's
not.
how we actually evolve from other things too. That's why UK food is always fucking shit too. So, mind you, I'm okay with some of the things that happen here too, but I can also understand too beforehand that there was definitely a handful of people that see a bunch of what people perceive as the white colonizers that take stuff that they were already accustomed to in their own section of the culture too, and now they're trying to whitewash it. It's effectively
Oh my
what they feel
gosh.
with that. That
Isn't
is
it just like part of culture to spread?
it is part. It's a very hard to like.
No, it's just people
Yeah,
don't
it's
want
not hard.
certain groups of people to
It's not
enjoy
hard.
anything.
People are just little bitches.
Yeah,
God.
it's just people want to be gatekeepers to literally everything.
Which in a lot of ways, yeah, it really does feel that way too. I'm more open about this, in my honest opinion. This was just me kind of looking into all the people's like dissent when it comes to like stuff like this happening as well. Mostly because of the fact that there are many times too, like social media, it tends to make the problem worse, in my honest opinion, anyways. Such as the fact that the one time there was like the whole trend of like spa water that was going around, which was in this case a. Do you remember what that was, Michael?
No, but sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it was effectively when this white girl was breaking down what the recipe for spa water is. I'm like, bitch, that's agua fresca.
Wait, okay. My thought was it was literally spa water, and I was like, "Are you?" Because people did the thing where they ran water over a diamond and they sold it for like 200% the value because I guess water touched a mineral, and it's like I don't know. I thought it would be another ridiculous notion
No.
of spa water, and it was like literally like water from a spa, like that was
Right.
like somebody there bathed in, or someone did something in. I don't know. That's where my mind immediately went, and that's
Yeah.
a knock on me because I should have known. I would have expected people to do something ridiculous.
Like if anything too, we've already like made like a topic like this earlier too about like cultural appropriation, especially when it comes to food, right? It comes to a point too where I think, to describe how you're feeling with this, Victor, there's only so much that we can feel that like at some point are people really trying to like take advantage of what we do, or do people genuinely like this stuff too? And honestly, who the fuck knows at this point? The only way we can figure
Who
this out too
cares?
is just like we either ask them straight up too, or we just kind of move on, because does it really affect you as a person looking at all this stuff too? Maybe in some ways too that like you try to buy this stuff yourself in your own Asian market, next thing you know, shit, it's all sold out because all the basic white bitches are buying it all up now. Shit.
I mean, that's fine. Basic
Yeah.
white bitches aren't gonna know what a Viet or what an Asian supermarket is, so I don't mind.
Yeah. If anything, I have a more of a problem too whenever they show videos too about like these or a bunch of white people that go into the Asian stores and they start straight up like criticizing a lot, and they're trying to like belittle all the Asian snacks that we currently have too. I was like, you fucking bitch. I know you're doing this shit for attention, but man.
That's fine. I'm trash on it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Better for us.
Yeah.
Keeps all
better-
those people away.
Yeah. It's like there's definitely a lot of it is like I think it does come from like a harboring, like not harboring, but it's like a festering like disdain towards like everyone now just becoming accepting of like a lot of these Asian stuff too, when before they were probably bullied a lot when as a kid too for being Asian. Like I get that, but it comes to a point where it's just like, guys,
People are
come on.
bullied. People are bullied for being whatever they are.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
like
matter.
yeah, because nowadays too, no one here is genuinely trying to be racist either. Too at this point, they will try to be bully you if you don't have some type of mental illness, which is I don't know if that's worse or not.
No, I'm them too.
Yeah, god damn. Hell, I've known in my life too about how being bullied is too, but a lot of times it's just like cool, and I just move on. Like at the end of the day too, like it does like I understand for everybody else too that like how this feels for them whenever they see their once like their own, not really they purposely trying to make it exclusive, but the one thing that they were made fun of a lot as a kid too, now it's like a trend that everybody is following on. Like there's some levels that I can empathize with that too, but at certain point too we just gotta learn to like this is how it's gonna be happening too, just because like us criticizing like the way how a lot of white people are just taking a lot of our recipes and just rename and rebranding it to what do you think fucking majority of Korean food is?
You know, that's interesting though too as well. Is that everyone like at my observation, being in Texas,
Hmm.
I feel that the vast majority of Asian is run by the group of Asians that food is not from.
Yeah, like Korean restaurants are ran by Chinese people, a Japanese restaurant is ran by a Korean person, and a Chinese restaurant is ran by a Chinese person or
Yeah,
Viet person, depending on which area in Texas you're in.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying is just like everyone does it.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Right. So it does get to a point where it becomes very silly too. At least for me, my personal opinion, the moment I see fucking the ube coconut macchiato that's in fucking Starbucks, I'm like, man, I don't think I will order it, but I would still try to see what their attempts are. Because at least what was it? The Starbucks matcha is mostly mediocre at best. And it's not like
Starbucks anything is mediocre at best.
yeah, and I mean it's literally it's catering to people that, in my honest opinion too, should not have an opinion about like how to enjoy drinks. But that's just me, right? I'm like, I don't like too
Yeah,
sugary
I think
drinks.
you're right.
Yeah, I don't like too sugary drinks too. Hell, even some boba
That's
shops
why-
have some
I mean,
issues with
look.
sugar too.
Well, look, that's why all the basic white bitches go to Starbucks. I think we're
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've
But
honestly felt like I've gotten, in my opinion, I've gotten better coffees in many places that aren't Starbucks,
Of course.
and even
course.
some of the
You
other
probably
places
make-
like Black
you
Rock.
can-
Like I feel like
You can
they're
probably make better
fine.
coffee at home.
You know, that's true.
But do you do it?
I do actually. I make coffee quite frequently at home.
Yeah, Brian.
Nice. I never know too. I never drink coffee. at
I
house,
like.
and neither
I
have
love
you.
coffee. I used to have. I used to have like a little espresso machine and it had a frother on the side, so you could like make all
Make your
sorts of
latte. Yeah.
Yeah, you could make all sorts of different kinds of drinks. It
Alright.
was really cheap, so obviously it broke down really quick. But the point being is that, yeah, I mean, I like making my own coffee. It's a
Alright.
lot cheaper than everything I buy is what $8 now or something.
Gotcha. Well, because
Is it
if
gotcha?
anything,
Shut up.
no, you. Well, I was gonna bring it around to being like, now that we're in this coffee talk too, because Victor just came back from Vietnam, the motherland of the coffee man.
And
Mm,
tell us how it was. How was the Viet coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like,
My wife does though.
Yeah.
How did your wife like the Viet coffee?
Well, she lives
She
there.
loves coffee.
Can you just answer the question?
Yeah, no.
But
No, but seriously.
all right.
I mean, how do I answer if I don't drink coffee?
No. I just meant like you were going to tell us about the trends you saw there.
We're talking about
so-
coffee.
Well, yeah, the coffee for right now too. It's like,
Yeah, Brian.
fuck you.
You're
But
confusing everything, Brian.
yes, I am. But all right. What I was actually gonna ask in this case too. Yes, I know you don't drink a lot of coffee, regardless too. But out of a lot of coffee recipes that you've seen so far too, what has been the most interesting that you've seen people do over there?
Okay, well, I'm gonna say out front that I am a sucker for anything salted cream. So
Oh.
I like a lot of salted
Ooh.
cream
Salted
coffee,
cream.
and it looks
Oh.
very tasty.
Oh, god. Because like you've had, I made you try it already, Vietnamese coffee. You and your wife, right, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
so
really good.
now imagine that too, but then you're sipping over like a thick layer of salted cream with the very sweet Vietnamese coffee underneath it.
It sounds
You sh-
weird. I understand. It sounds weird, but once you drink it, it's good.
I believe you.
Well, I don't believe me, so what?
Yeah, I
what,
don't believe you.
what the fuck? How does this? Anyways, but some of the other stuff too, I really want to try over there too, where they make like Vietnamese egg coffee too. This is during
Egg
like
coffee.
You can try. I've actually tried that, and I don't think it's like special as much as
Yeah.
everybody likes to make it out to be.
from what
Egg
I
coffee?
remember. Yeah, it's pretty much like you just make a or you beat it into eggs to make it like silky smooth with a lot of
Beat?
sugar. Yeah, you scramble the eggs too, pour some the hot coffee over it with sugar inside too. It was sort of like from what I can understand too, the egg coffee kind of came to being only because of the fact that there was like a shortage of like milk for a while, and so therefore they found like some alternatives and they just put like eggs and sugar, and that was a pretty decent substitute.
Mm. But I
Interesting.
wouldn't say it's good, even
Yeah.
compared to normal coffee.
Right. And this is also like for me, I still will make myself some time to time again to make Vietnamese coffee, but I would not drink it as an everyday occasion because holy fuck, the amount of
Yeah,
sugar
coffee
that's
is
in
good.
that drink.
But either way, it's not about the egg. It's just the taste is just not there.
Yeah. It's not the same without the condensed milk. I'll be down for this because like they do like some buttery froth. That was another one I saw too, like Vietnamese butter coffee as well. I was like, Jesus,
Butter
more
coffee. I haven't
more
heard of that.
it was like more fat, and it's just like, God damn.
That means normal. We pour milk in all the time. What's the difference?
True. It is like another dairy-based product. It's just
Well, I
higher on
mean-
fat.
No, we use heavy cream, so I don't think it's that bad compared to butter.
Really? Oh. Well, then again,
I
you
mean,
can make heavy
condensed
cream
milk is
out.
just heavy cream.
True. I mean, maybe I'm not too knowledgeable on that. I'm not too knowledgeable on that one too. I'll just leave it as like I'll believe you for that until I do my own research on that.
Yeah, do your own research, bitch.
I will
No, you-
believe you for now, is what he's saying.
Yes.
I don't believe you, but I will believe you.
But just so that we can move a little bit further on this, but at least that's one of the things because like
Follow
now
behind.
I'm trying to be now looking about like the whole like when did people start making their own coffee stuff too, or why coffee became like as big as it is too. I mean, to say that like the coffee really blew up too, not necessarily too. I think it was always there. I think the way how people are actually looking and enjoying coffee has changed a lot as well. Hell, we start seeing what's happening right now with Starbucks, and a lot of times COVID really fucked them up.
What do you mean?
Because I'm hearing too that a lot of Starbucks places are closing down stores like post pandemic and whatnot too, just because they weren't getting enough foot traffic in. And a lot of people were mostly
Well-
just staying at home and they actually learned how to make their own coffee.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what I was about to mention. You know, like I'm sure people started making their own coffee, which is why Starbucks is not having customers.
Yeah.
When people started
I
to
don't know.
realize that they were getting overcharged for like
Or worse coffee.
mediocre coffee.
Yeah. I wouldn't say Starbucks coffee is not that much worse, but at the same time, it's like for the price that you're paying per cup too, it's like I mostly like every day too. I would just drink normally like hot, like dripped or pour over coffee, and I don't want to pay no more than like $3 for a cup of coffee.
And
Yeah.
good luck finding that.
Usually, it's donut shops that do pretty well on that pricing, and unironically enough, I actually prefer like those donut shop coffees too. Even though for the most part, it's definitely been sitting on a burner, but I don't know about it. I don't know why. I just sometimes like go back to there too.
It feels authentic.
Not even authentic. I like the burnt taste. All right.
I like it.
Bro, just force your coffee, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I have a blowtorch. I do. God, imagine that being like the most crazy recipe that we got to figure out now too. Holy shit. But coffee itself, is it a trend? Not necessarily. I think we can really
Well, it's
look at
not the
history.
trend. The
Yeah.
trend is what they're adding into coffee.
Yes. And we're starting to see right now too that like Vietnam is kind of setting an example right now that like I think the whole world is falling behind when it comes to how do we expand coffee to
Yes,
even
yes
further.
and no. Yes and no.
Mhm.
Because it's all trends.
Right.
And those trends die off real quick in Vietnam.
Which is like
It's kind of funny because you see this store, you see like this coffee shop open up with like these certain ingredients, and then it becomes a trend, and then suddenly like 25 stores around it have the exact same thing, and then it all dies out.
Yeah, because like too much oversaturation that literally filled up the market so quickly. Like holy
Viet people, I'm gonna tell you right now, Viet people are very good at copying each other. Very, very good at copying each other.
I feel like a lot of people are really good at copying each other.
But Vietnam, they'll do it quick, like real quick.
Like the time in this case, the moment that trend hits the market, it becomes popular too. The next day, 15 stores. It was like, and then after that, 500 stores.
But that's also the reason why trends die down so quick over there too. So you don't see a lot of Viet trends because they die off so quick.
Yeah, and it's like even for like if we look at it in the Western world, yes, we have trends that die pretty quick too here too. But when it comes to like Asian countries, trends die almost overnight. It's like holy fucking shit. Like,
That's sad. I mean, that sucks is what I mean when I say sad.
I
Yes,
mean,
that's like I don't think so. I think it's right. Not every idea is good, as they say.
yeah, and it's fine anyways too because a lot of
No,
it is
it's just
really-
like someone will come up with an idea and then like someone will beat it to death.
But like
So
I said,
quickly.
not every idea is good. Maybe it
Yeah.
was never good to begin with. Maybe just because it was popular, other people start hopping on it, but not
Hey.
because the idea was good.
I mean, if you look at it in a different angle here, Michael, too, you can see this as like many different ways too. How like Vietnamese culture right now too, they're just experimenting with the traditional formula of Viet coffee too. Like, what other things can we do with it too to elevate it? And you can see all these different recipes that have come about this too. Either some fail, some super succeed, or some are just like, what? Like, is this even coffee anymore? So it's I'd say this is more like a good thing anyways too, because guess what too, as a trend too, we can at least chronologically look back and kind of see like where things went correct for this point in history to the next, right? And the only reason I only mentioned this too is because right now I think because of the Brazil like coffee shortages that happened not too long ago too, it shot Vietnam to be the biggest exporter of coffee to the number 2 spot because
Nice.
because from what I can understand too, Brazil was literally supplying the entire world with coffee until like a disease and like climate change kind of fucked over a lot of the farms there. And then that's when
Not
Vietnam
nice.
kind of stepped up. That was when Vietnam stepped up to covering like not probably the entire production that Brazil left behind too, but they helped supplement it enough to like kind of stabilize everything else. Yes, coffee is still expensive here and there too, but
It was the Vietnamese who poisoned the supply.
hey, that's racist comment that you made there.
Racist.
That's not incorrect. That's not incorrect. I'll be honest.
It's not incorrect. Shit.
I would find it crazy to be
Not
racist, though.
not poison, but rather, it's not 100%.
Hmm.
It may not be 100% coffee.
Yeah. From, I mean, like, there's something to that. Like, I even have to remember the differences of Arabica and Robusta beans, too. Which Robusta is something that like is more commonly used a lot in Vietnam, as it was seen as more of like a lower quality like fruit bean compared to like the Arabica beans. But with the shortages and whatnot, you'll probably just get coffee beans from any source at this point too. It does not matter as long as you can get your hands on it, right? Which
Yeah.
and it's like it's also like to not say that Vietnam only grows Robusta beans. No, they also still grow Arabica beans, and that's also still something that's very popular. But a lot of times too, from what I remember when I researched on this too, a lot of Vietnamese people they prefer like the stronger and more bitter taste at Robusta beans, despite the fact that it's also considered like a more lower quality or cheaper version of the coffee beans that we normally see in the general market.
Cheap to who, cheap to
Yeah.
who.
Yeah, it's like compared
All
to the
perceived.
Arabica. Yeah, all perceived in the European market because that was also the how like Vietnam started cultivating coffee in the first place. It's because of the French. But mind you, I love a lot of stuff with coffee too. I don't think it's a trend too. We've been drinking coffee as part of human history in the beginning with as soon as we've realized sucking on this fucking bean gives us energy.
Yeah,
So-
bro, something about throwing beans on a fire and then grinding it up and then
We
putting
didn't
hot
even know.
water over it.
No. They didn't even get to the point of grinding it too. They probably just actually left some rotting fruit on the ground too. Saw this bean, put it near a fire to see if they could eat it. And next thing you know, they ate one. I was like, man, this fucking sucks, but I feel energized.
Mm.
that's probably the most likely scenario that might happen. But I'm no historian or human historian too, so how would the fuck
I feel
would
buzzed.
know?
Whoa!
Yeah. So we can move on from this one too to the other food trends that we kind of saw too that honestly made me a little bit nauseous, which was the whole Dubai chocolate thing. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, that was
It's
a little
everywhere.
stupid. It's literally just chocolate with pistachio and whatever else they want to add to it. It's nothing special. I don't get it.
It's the only reason I feel like it got really extra big is that it started off in the ASMR community here too.
What?
When they no, it's because of the fact that ASMR people too, they would like buy these chocolates too. And at first it was like it had like the whole like weird sound that it makes to as you stretch and pull like the pistachio cream on the inside too, and also like the chocolate shell that made it sound really nice on the audio side. But what ended up also happening afterwards is that wait, this actually looks like a really good product. Where the fuck do you get this? And next thing you know, yeah, it just went crazy from there.
That was dumb as shit.
Yeah. That trend, however, was really dumb in the fact that it went from like people wanted to buy Dubai chocolate to now people getting scammed about like fake in or fake copies of Dubai chocolate. And now we're having things that are Dubai chocolate flavor when all it really is that we saw is just pistachios on it. And I'm like, are you
It's
fucking
just chocolate
kidding?
and pistachio. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't get it. I really don't.
It's like, oh, this is some horse shit, honestly. Oh
It's
my
just
god.
crazy.
I want to blame too that in part of it is definitely on the TikTok side. That was definitely how a lot of this trend came to be, in no doubt, right? And also from my last one as I was looking at too. Holy fuck, that one girl that said, today we're making in this case matcha flavored fried chicken. I was like,
That can't not be real.
it is unfortunately real. And she has a whole fucking collage of videos testing some abhorrent recipes.
I
It's
wish
like-
to be dead.
It's, it's like
She's willing to try. What are you doing, Brian?
it's like the problem is that she leaves on with a statement. I'm making my boyfriend's favorite recipe, and it's some like deep fried watermelon bullshit. I'm
Okay,
like, what the fuck?
what if her boyfriend likes some stupid ass shit like that, Brian? I don't know.
I don't know. I just look at you as like, do you think to yourself before posting if this is a good idea?
Oh yes, she probably does. She probably
Yeah.
thinks it's a good idea.
You know what? Because the
Yeah,
amount of
you know,
attention
bro,
we
it's
get,
it's the attention grab. That's all it is.
it's like
Just come up with outlandish shit. That's how you make a TikTok video nowadays.
yeah, it's like I 100% see why, and it's just like, man, it worked. But god damn it, that was the
Of
most
course, it works.
awful
People
video
always
that I
like to see
watched.
some really weird things.
That was the awful video I'm watching, and I like to cook, but holy hell, was everything she did was a crime against everything I believed in cooking.
Well, you're not willing to try, Brian. There's a difference.
True. Maybe I'm just not willing to try it. Well, I know I'm looking at that. I was like, do I really want to try that? No.
Well, you already
If-
know that. So next.
There's a lot of stuff too. Oh, actually, this happened a while back too. This going back on the whole thing about like the stupid Asian and like white people take Asian food stuff. Did you see in this case some of the other stuff that people talk about? It was like, look up in this case my favorite recipe to making brothy rice. I'm like, what?
Brothy rice?
Brothy
Yes.
rice. The fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that?
It's effectively what they did is that they just made soups or stew for whatever kind, and they just poured it over rice.
Oh. Oh, oh.
I was looking, I was like, bitch, I eat this every fucking night too with my parents. What the hell? And now we
Well,
just
yeah.
call it brothy rice. I mean, to be fairly honest too, it technically would be called that too, but there's also a lot of people saying too, oh, these guys are just making fun, or in this case, just saying that it's like a alternate recipe to making kanji. Which, firstly, no. The way how these people were presenting it, it's just stew or a type of soup over rice. Usually the soups themselves too are usually like either vegetable heavy too or meat heavy. Regardless of the recipe itself too.
Yeah, that's not
that doesn't
kanji.
matter.
I don't know who's dumb enough to think that's kanji.
Yeah. So because kanji itself requires other extra steps too. One of my favorite ways of doing it is toasting up the rice. Ah,
Mhm.
toasted rice smells good. Holy shit. Fuck, now I want to make it too.
You know what doesn't smell good? You.
Hey, fuck you, bitch.
That's why you should watch today's sponsor. No,
If
You
only.
want a sponsor?
Hello Fresh. I don't know.
Well, hell no, I'm not taking shit from HelloFresh. I'd rather do Blue Apron. Actually, I don't think they're
Just-
in business
What
anymore.
the hell, fresh fucking food? Why are we
It
talking
is.
about Brian Smell?
God
It was just a bad segue.
everything we do is bad segue. God damn. But even like for a lot of like broke college students, they wouldn't even call this like brothy rice too. They were just finding ways to extend out like fucking instant noodles in a lot of ways too. Like you ate all the noodles part two, you still have a lot of soup. Fuck, how do I make it feel more fulfilling? Throw in some rice. There you go. Now it's like the whole discourse that came about it too is definitely like in the same pedigree of people that were trying to like rebrand agua frescas as spa water or other variations of like things that we could. There are actual name for this too, but they just call it something different else to. In this case, insinuated that it feels whitewashed, which, my honest opinion, I don't think that was their true intentions either. But it's already gone so divided for a lot of people too that like I don't even know who's at fault anymore for this shit anymore. And I'm just looking at it, I was like, you know what was the most controversial thing in my food opinion wise too that I thought about that at least it's right to be controversy. I think we should actually do some crazy stuff of making with Chinese dumpling and replacing raviolis with it. That would have been my only controversial thing too. Imagine like instead of like your ravioli with marinara sauce, it's just fucking Chinese dumplings.
Well, with chili oil.
The more I say that right now too, the more I'm like, fuck, that sounds delicious actually.
Because it is. The fuck?
God damn it. But it's like there's like ways to like I'll say this for the most part too of like when it comes to like food stuff too, there's nothing wrong with in this case you want to experiment with like food recipes or you want to try out these TikTok trend videos. In a lot of ways too, I've seen some that are stupidly creative with how they were doing it too. Such as for example, instead of like a recipe that usually calls a ravioli to be made with like some cream cheese filling or whatnot too, just put in this case a dumpling that does have some cheese inside of it too. Make it normally too, and then just toss it in with like they normally would for ravioli sauce or whichever sauce you want to do it part of. Doesn't matter.
You just get wonton wrappers, put cheese in it, fry it up, and then call it Rangoon.
I mean that. For a moment there, you just say cheese too, so I'm expecting like a full block of cheddar cheese instead of
Yeah.
cream cheese in there. I was like, Michael, you're going to be eating this abomination.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
abomination. Just crab Rangoon without the
Yeah.
crab. It's just Rangoon.
Yeah,
Just
Rangoon.
Rangoons.
Yeah, it's
And
not
the
cream
sauce.
cheese. Yeah, it's not cream cheese though, so it's just cheddar cheese blocks. So enjoy
Yeah,
too.
you
Or do
know
you
what?
want
Yeah,
blue
block,
cheese?
block it.
Cheddar cheese rangoons.
Yeah.
yeah. Can't guarantee that's all melted though.
You bite into it, it's like fuck, it's still solid. God, like I'm okay with some of this too. Hell, I even like with TikTok here too. I have a lot of food recipes that I want to try out myself too. Another really fun, interesting recipe too was that like someone deconstructed a lasagna and made it more like a noodle soup instead too. I was like, I
Why
wouldn't
don't you ever invite us over to cook us fancy food?
because Michael, you never respond back to my texts or texts.
Texas? Hell yeah.
Never respond to my texts.
Yes. You never really respond back to my text, anyways.
How thematic.
But yes, a lot of things to that we could try to. Hell, if you want to kind of look back to, we've had like the dan dan noodles. There's so many variation that comes out from this too. Where in Japan they have something that's called tantan men, which is
Men?
yeah tantan men. Men in
Tantan
Japan.
men?
Men is like another word for. Oh shit! My bad.
For
There.
boys.
No, men is just another name for noodles. God damn it. That's
Tin
what I'm
men?
trying to. God damn it! Shut up.
10 tan men?
That's
Crazy.
it. That's it. I'm
Ten
shoving my
men?
foot in your throat, Victor.
I
Man,
wanna
Everyone likes to
try
do
10
weird shit
men.
with his foot, bro. I don't like it.
man. And another recipe that I did try too was instead of like the usual ways how we make wonton with like the meat filling inside too, I did what someone did was like I made the wonton lasagna. I was like, what the fuck? And it's just like he just takes the usual wonton wrappers, wets it, and layers it, and does a single layer of like the meat filling, and then stacks it on top of each other, and then steams it as a
yeah.
whole. And I was like,
Like
that's a
lasagna
good
and
idea.
lasagna and wonton are kind of the same thing. I mean, like
Uh,
pasta. The pasta is basically the same thing.
Yeah, outside of the fact that we're not putting bechamel sauce in it too. However, we could probably do something similar as to that to make it like an aversion to a lasagna recipe. But the
Mhm.
fact of the matter is that like it still is a wonton. It's just presented differently. By that, it's like you can put it in like any dish too, and you steam it normally. Although you do steam it a lot longer than usual, but the result whenever I made it too came out really fucking good. I'd probably do that shit again, actually. It'd be a very fun like party dish to like give to people. It's like, oh, what's this? This looks like a lasagna. Yeah, it's wontons. And they're like, what?
Wonton lasagna.
Yeah.
Wonton lasagna.
Yeah. And like I said too, like I can't be criticizing too much about like people that want to experiment with food too, because I look at Korea and Vietnam as a culture too of like how their food like ideas have come from this too.
Korea, especially.
Yeah, Korea literally just took whatever that they got influenced by, whether it be Chinese, Japanese, Americans, and other regions of Europe as well that traded with them. They just kind of made their own dishes based off things around there as well. Vietnam, the exact same thing. To say for the most part too that like we should be like gatekeeping a lot of Asian food too is very much nonsense. Like we shouldn't, and it's what in this case, for in my opinion too, would actually kill a lot of food culture to begin with too. A lot of our own like families' recipes of food if we don't embrace the fact that people want to try different things. Like
I think this
myself-
is just a greater trend of people wanting to ruin things based on certain groups of people.
like I this is also not me like not acknowledging the fact there are people that are coming at this at bad faith and just trying to ruin a lot of recipes for a lot of things too. From what I remember, there was something that was called like cowboy caviar too, which is like beans, and it's a type of bean salad that it's actually dates itself actually into South America, but some white family calls it cowboy caviar.
Caviar.
Yeah, no, there is actually no caviar in this at all too.
No.
And it's like, God, like I get it, truly I do, but it's also kind of pointless to be too mad about this either as well.
You can think of it as just Americans translating
Yeah,
like the food, just translating the name of the food basically.
yeah, and you know, 100% too that like all the food, all the stuff that let's say for example we try to translate directly what Chinese food is into America doesn't translate really well to what it actually has inside there
Mhm.
too. So
Duck
that's
sauce.
duck sauce. I'm pretty sure that's not what that is too, but I couldn't. I
Oyster
want
sauce.
to be. Look, oyster sauce is hella delicious, and it's like a fucking
It is.
staple in like very much.
But are there
any
oysters in
stir-fry.
it?
Yes, some bottles actually do contain oysters in it.
Ah,
No,
some.
they don't.
That's why I say some. All right.
Liar.
Okay. A lot of it is just mostly reduced soy sauce with a hell of a lot of sugar and maybe some fish sauce in it to make it that interesting taste. Sue me for whoever company is that's their recipe too. That's not my fault that you got offended that you don't actually use oysters in your oyster sauce, alright? But there's something else that I could probably go about to do too, because there's so many food trends that come and go from this too, especially how the nature of TikTok, like things just happen. But all I say too that like I don't pay attention to too much of food trends anyway, since a lot of them tend to be dessert food trends. And I'm like, I'm not necessarily too interested in that
Yeah,
regard.
I got one.
Which one?
Yeah, full topping boba.
Oh fuck! Right, I
Oh,
forgot
what?
you were.
It's called full topping boba. It's basically your normal boba drink, and they add a shitload of toppings in it for no reason.
It's either a
Like
shit
a
ton
lot of different
one
types. It's
singular
a lot of.
topping.
It's a no. It's a lot of different types of toppings. You can choose. Doesn't matter. It can be one, but it can be a lot of different types. They have like, well, in Vietnam anyway, they have like a lot of cheese balls, a lot of cheese kind of toppings. They have this cat paw shaped cheese topping, I think is what it is. But the thing is, it's awful. because there's so much toppings. You don't really like drink
Actually-
the boba.
Yeah. You don't actually have the drink. You're effectively in like the Vietnamese like equivalents to what I'm like you're describing here. It's just like another version of Jet Thai, except it's like objectively worse in my opinion.
It is. It's just there's no flavor to it. It's just cheese. Well, most of the toppings I got was just cheese because that's all they have.
Oh
It's
my
just
gosh.
cheese, and you don't really taste anything else.
Yeah.
And
When
so
it's
it got tiring real quick.
So like, what would be the equivalents for that too? I guess in a
Okay, so what my wife has pointed out to me that in California they started doing full topping boba as well. So I don't know when it's gonna come here.
Oh god. All I'm thinking about too is there's gonna be a lot more people that are gonna have gout real fucking fast.
Is gout caused by cheese?
No. It's just like the obscene, like unhealthy diet of like consuming too much either fat, sugars, or whatnot too. And it's only like in specific areas too that develop it really bad too. Most predominantly the Philippines. But I know very well too Vietnamese people can also get gout as well too if they're not like controlling themselves properly.
I
Such
was
as-
surprised the amount of fucking desserts that you can find over there.
God damn.
And the fact that a lot of people eat at night, late at night, like right now, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's true. It's like think of like our usual hangouts too, Michael, where it's like after like every dinner too, we're like stuffed as hell too. We're like, oh, this is so great. One of us says boba, and we all turn our heads, hell yeah. And then we just go to the
We've done that.
Yes, it's effectively that. That's also like the bad practice that leads to a lot of health issues.
But that's the thing about it. That's the thing about people in Vietnam. They go out at night because that's when they have time.
Yeah,
So it's
Everybody's
like 9,
working
10
all day.
o'clock at night, all the way to midnight is when they're just hanging out.
yeah. It's like Jesus, right? Oh, the other fucking thing too. That's like a food trend. At least for the most part, like for you, the fucking full topping is like atrocious too. This kind of goes back to the coffee. Do you guys remember, or have you guys tried making your own Dalgona coffee whenever you saw those recipes coming out online?
The
No
what?
clue what they are.
Dalgona coffees.
Never heard of it.
It's effectively you just take sugar, instant coffee, and hot water, and you beat the fuck out of it with the whisk until it becomes like stiff peaks. And then you put it inside of a glass in the most inefficient way possible. And afterwards, you stack it up with, or no, sorry, you don't pour it into an empty glass first. You first of all get a glass of milk, it's ice, and then you pour the Dalgona foam or the instant coffee foam over the glass of milk. Which is like, I tried it that way first, and I'm like, this is fucking awful because all I'm tasting is literally the strong foaminess and then the milk later too. And I'm like, I kind of want this shit to be incorporated to be a proper drink, damn it. So I did this instead too for everyone that wants to do this way. Mix everything in the glass too and get a hand whisk. For fuck's sakes, no one is gonna beat their fucking arms until they get stick peaks in there too. You have a hand mixer, good for you, right? But it's better to do it all in a glass with a mixing wand, first of all. Then you pour in ice, and you could choose to do milk or water, because what you essentially just described there too, is how you make Greek frappe, which the Dalgona coffee is just a Greek frappe. And it's actually a
Greek frappe.
and it's actually a really fun drink, and it's very refreshing to have as well. It's like, yeah, it's like you just take instant coffee, put a little bit of sugar too, either hot or cold water too. I've had actually better successes using cold water because it's going to be in an ice drink anyways. Cold water, just start using a hand mixer, froth it up until it becomes super foamy, then add ice. And you could do sparkling water, which is an interesting decision, or just regular water and it becomes like a cup of iced coffee for you.
You can
But
do
it's
this,
very foamy.
and it's interesting.
Yeah, it's quite.
I'm just giving out people options whenever I describe to how to make different drinks, because you're more than welcome to do fucking anything in there too. Hell, you could put cheese whiz in it for all I care.
Cheese whiz?
Yeah, the stuff that you put in the Philly cheesesteaks, like the fucking viscous liquidy cheese. If you want to drink that, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I'm sure people would do it. I'm sure people have.
God, Michael, for like $100, dude, would you drink a cup's worth of? Actually, hold on. I need to think about this really carefully. Would you drink a cup's worth of blue cheese from Wingstop.
Are you trying to kill me?
It's
Yeah.
just blue cheese.
Yeah, it sounds like I'll die.
Blue cheese isn't even that bad. Mind you, I am the only person in the group that actually likes blue cheese too. Everybody else here gets ranch like a
What a
basic
fucking
bitch.
psycho.
Shut up.
This is the reason why you're the only one that like it.
God damn it. Man. Why can't no one be fun with me, damn it? I like trying to do shit, alright?
Because you're not fun.
Fuck you. I like having fun.
You
damn
just
it.
fucking eat mold.
Fuck you. Not like everything else we eat also is just coagulated shit too. And I also fucking leave it off.
Coagulated poop.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna leave it off here too to piss people off too. If you really think about it, to make cheese and tofu, they are actually almost similar to each other. It's just a different milk that they use.
Blasphemy.
Mozzarella
Hmm.
cheese is almost the same thing as making tofu. The only
It
thing
is.
difference
Italian
is
is
just
Italian tofu.
God damn. Wait, what?
It's Italian tofu, bro.
God. I feel like as soon as we upload this video, we're about to get fucking lynched by an Italian mob. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that note too, as well too. I hope everybody can sleep well with the fact too that they're now gonna look at recipe or the differences how mozzarella cheese and tofu is made too, and there's gonna be a lot of striking similarities of it. So, with that being said too, would you guys like to have any closing statements
Nope.
before we end tonight?
No.
Damn, I guess I'm the only one that's gonna probably die for
Yep.
that hot take then. Shit.
Absolutely. That's why I'm letting you be.
God damn it. Anyways, good night, y'all, for another night of Hot and Trash. Bye.
Goodbye.